What's going on, everybody? Sports Expert, and we are here with a new MLB rumor video. And we did have some news the past couple of days, so I wanted to elaborate with this. So I appreciate everyone being here, Sports Expert here. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. We do these videos every day, sometimes every other day. Hit the like button, comment what you think, hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any content here. So yeah, let's get it rolling. As the New York Yankees may acquire these Toronto Blue Jays players, as the New York Yankees are expected to be one of the more aggressive teams at this deadline, and one player whom they could land is Blue Jays left-handed pitcher Yusei Kikuchi. So it's being reported that the Blue Jays aren't willing to give up guys like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette at this point, so that leaves a guy like Yusei Kikuchi as one of their better players they could deal with this deadline. The New York Yankees, they know they have a decent pitching staff overall, but there's a lot of inconsistency and some possible injury concern, and they may consider acquiring Yusei Kikuchi as a guy that could possibly be a sixth starter for them. It would be terrific depth for them in a playoff run. So the Yankees, they know a guy like Kikuchi, he's a rental. He probably won't cost as much as a rental like Jack Flaherty or a guy with years of control. So if they do want to add some pitching depth with which they are actually in the market for, Kikuchi would make a lot of sense here, and he's a nice left-hander who could probably be good on specific matchups. You know, we'll see what the Yankees do here. We'll see if they actually go out and get a starting pitcher. There's a chance they don't because it's not a major need, but Kikuchi is a guy they have their eye on, and Brian Cashman's always looking to deal. And the Toronto Blue Jays have placed outfielder Kevin Kiermaier on revocable waivers. The Yankees may consider parting with Trent Grisham if they believe they see anything left in Kiermaier's bat, so we'll see who picks up Kiermaier. I doubt anyone claims that contract, but it sounds like there's a possibility he'll become a free agent. And the New York Yankees could be a team that maybe, watching the scouting report, maybe they could fix him. And he does feel like the type of guy that could be put in pinstripes. Cashman's had interest in Kiermaier in the past while he was in Tampa. I remember they had a lot of trade talks around him. Nothing ever got done due to the salary, but on him on a minimum deal, Brian Cashman may reevaluate something like this. And with the way Trent Grisham has hit this year, they may look at Kiermaier as an upgrade, especially defensively, after what you saw the other game versus Cincinnati. Just not a lot of effort from Grisham. So just solely defensively, maybe Kiermaier's the type of guy they go after. And another guy that was cut today was Whit Merrifield for the Philadelphia Phillies. Maybe he's a guy teams could go after. The Yankees, perhaps, but who knows? There's a solid name out there on the market. Just didn't get a lot of playing time on a loaded Phillies team. The Chicago Cubs are placing star outfielder first baseman Cody Bellinger on the injured list with a fractured finger after a hit by pitch. So Bellinger left the game a couple of nights ago due to a hit by pitch, and it felt like it was going to be a turn for the worse for the Chicago Cubs, and it's exactly what it was. Alexander Canario, a former top prospect outfielder, he has been called up in place for him. We'll see what he can do. Maybe he makes a solid impact, but losing Bellinger isn't ideal, especially with the trade deadline coming up and already a lot of limbo considering if he's going to be traded or not. Teams like the Phillies, Mariners, and Yankees are interested in his services, but I just see it hard. It's hard to see Cody Bellinger being dealt at this point with the injury issue now and the club option, the remaining salary. It's just not a lot of optimism there in a Cubs standpoint. The Baltimore Orioles have made a move. They are acquiring starting pitcher / relief pitcher Colin Selby for the Kansas City Royals for cash considerations. So Selby threw 3 innings this year for the Royals, allowed 2 runs. He's just the type of guy that's going to be depth for the Baltimore Orioles. Considering they have a lot of pitching injuries, might as well add some depth. This doesn't mean they're not going to add anyone at the deadline, but this is just a guy they can add in their minor league system for the time being. If they want to add him in the back of their bullpen, he's a guy that could possibly be a long reliever. So not a terrible acquisition by the Orioles, adding some depth and probably paying a very minimum cash price to get him. The Houston Astros have shown trade interest in Mets first baseman Pete Alonzo and starting pitcher Luis Severino. So the Houston Astros are expected to be very aggressive at the deadline this season, knowing they have started to finally win. Unlikely they would be sellers. If they were to trade somebody, it'd be Bregman. But if they want to make another title run, that just doesn't make any sense. And a guy like Pete Alonso is someone that they've had a lot of interest in at first base. They released Jose Abreu this year. Nobody's picked him up. It looks like his career could be coming to an end soon. We'll see if he signs a minor league deal with somebody. But I don't know if the Mets are going to be sellers. They're now 1 game over 500. They're only a couple games back in the wild card. And with the way they're playing, I just see it hard for Steve Cohen to actually say sell. So we'll see what happens. They had some expectations this year, which were kind of low, but Steve Cohen's never going to have low expectations. That was Billy Epler, the last GM. He's been fired, and Cohen is always in a win-now mindset here. And he's looking to keep guys like Alonzo and Severino. But if they do have a bit of a fall-off in the next couple of weeks, watch out for the Houston Astros for these two players. They'll be very aggressive, and they'll probably at least acquire one bat and a starting pitcher. So there you go there. And one more thing. The Colorado Rockies are fielding trade offers for Elias Diaz right now, the catcher. He was the All-Star Game MVP last year in T-Mobile Park. Has a 7.57 OPS this year with 5 home runs. Could be a decent bat for a team looking for some more catching depth and a possible starting catcher. So we'll see if the Rockies are competent enough to trade him, which they should be. So I appreciate everyone being here once again. Sports Expert here. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video. Comment what you think. That helps us in the algorithm and everything. Helps the channel out. Helps the baseball community on YouTube. I appreciate it. Sports Expert here. I'm out, guys. Peace.